The Future of Europe debate is an incredibly important one for Irish business. Right now, so many of our members in Ibec are focusing on the details of Brexit and what the UK's future relationship with the EU will look like. But the bigger picture very much remains for the Irish economy one of the importance of where Europe is going and the debate on the future of Europe. In Ibec, we see that for 90% of our members, their place in Europe and Ireland's place in Europe is incredibly important for their business. So what we think we need to see from a business perspective is that we need to see continuous reform. We need to see evolution in terms of key European agendas. We don't need to see a fundamental shift in terms of European policy, European governance structures. So we're looking for evolution rather than revolution in terms of where Europe is going to. From an Irish perspective, trading with the external world, trading across Europe really is the lifeblood of our businesses. We want to see the innovation principle at the core of what everything that Europe is doing. We want to see us make real progress in terms of the single market, in terms of the digital single market, in terms of capital markets union, in terms of completing banking union. And we see great opportunities for all businesses in pushing ahead with deepening and completing the single market. We also need a Europe that's going to be competitive. And from a taxation perspective, we need to recognise the sovereignty of member states, and we need to have taxation policies that will ensure that Europe and member states are competitive in a global context. We need to, now more than ever, we see the threats to internationalisation and globalisation. We need to drive ahead with an ambitious trade agenda. New agreements on trade and investment will bring benefits to business and benefits to all European citizens. It's also important that we continue to recognise the sovereignty and competence of member states around issues such as the labour market, such as our social welfare systems and our social models. So it's getting that balance right between Europe going big on the big things and recognising the sovereignty of member states on other key issues to give us flexibility at a national level. Also from a business perspective, it's going to be very important that we continue to push ahead on a better regulation agenda, making it easier to do business across Europe and to do business with the rest of the world. Ireland and Ibec's members in business are very positive around where Europe is now going. The European economy is performing well, and we're very ambitious and want to contribute to a positive and outward-looking future of Europe discussion.